It's midnight, and I couldn't sleep. My heart started to beat harder than usual. Nothing in a medical sense, but the thought of the future excites me in a way where the amount of possibilities that my life can go grows day by day. And the reason why I'm subjecting my thoughts, myself out there, is because of that vision and the amount of faith I have in myself because of the Lord. This quote is thrown around so much where fear kills dreams. And it's true. The lack of faith makes you more susceptible to being overcome by fear, where you start doubting in your abilities, in your person, in the person you are, and the person you've developed. Whether you're fearful of doing the actual activity, whether you're fearful of people judging you, fearful of rejection, fearful of the outcome, of not achieving an outcome, rather than flipping your mindset in a way where you start to see those situations of I can't, or what if they don't accept me, what if it doesn't work, swapping it around to what if it does work, what if she accepts me. Not that you need to be accepted by anyone, right? Only by the Lord. What if it works? And having faith for yourself and for God is what makes fear lessen and lessen the more you go throughout life. Fear kills dreams, and the only way that you can overcome fear is by having faith in the Lord. And in faith, you become stronger as a person, as an individual. I've been fearful my whole life of approaching strangers, of being myself, of doing the things I want to do because of the social impact that I may have, the negative social impact that I may have in my life. But the amount of situations that I've been in now have absolutely flooded the amount of fear that I've had in the past with the amount of faith that I have in me for doing more good than bad whenever I do want to do something. In a sense of do the things you want to do with faith. You can't rule out fear. Fear will always be there. But having faith to do the thing that you want to do, any outcome is better than no outcome. Any outcome is better than no outcome because being grateful for doing it and having a negative outcome is better than not doing it at all and not knowing what the outcome is. That is what regrets are made of. And having no regrets in this life is, I'd say, impossible. It is impossible not to have regrets. But make sure to always remember that the things that you've done in the past, the things that haunt you to this day, obviously you can't really wipe it out all in an instant when somebody says forget about it. But in a sense, always remember that the things you've done in the past do not correlate to who you will become in the future. The person you are now dictates who you become in the future and projects all of these paths that are in front of you. You have to kind of sit yourself down and reflect in your life who you were. What made you who you are now, and who you want to strive to be in the future. For example, I was an afraid, fat, small dude who all he wanted was to fit in, who wanted a good family, good friends, who wanted to be accepted by someone. And by having those things neglected from me, not neglected, by having those things denied from me, I became into a man who strives to be someone who can provide all of those things for the future people that I correlate to my son, to my wife, to my daughter, if I have one, if I have a son, if I have a daughter, if I have a wife, to my parents, to my little brothers, to my friends. And the reason why I want to be that kind of person, that people loving, God loving, calm, correlated man, is because the lack of in the past. But in a way, what I suggest to anybody is to sit yourself down, gather your thoughts, open up a notebook, and start writing. Start writing about your past. Start writing about your future. Start writing about your present. And imagine, have a vision. Imagine yourself. Imagine your future self and who you'd like to be and what they went through as of now to become the person that you want to be in the future. Write yourself down and reflect. I've calmed down, but what I said is true. Faith will always overcome fear. And reflecting from your previous mistakes, reflecting on who you are now and who you want to become in the future is one of the most important things that you have to do as an individual. Because if you continue living day by day as a zombie, as someone who just wakes up, morning routine of, hygiene and getting ready for work, coming home, escaping from reality through games, through movies, through parties and alcohol, and doing it all over again. I lost my train of thought. Anyways, those things, becoming a zombie is not an ideal thing that so many people with a vision want to become. Become an individual that thinks for themselves, that acts for themselves, takes suggestions, but doesn't ultimately falter because of social standards. And yeah. Today was a good day. I'll probably make this like a little extra thing at the end of the video. And it's not supposed to be long. It was just something that I had to do because I couldn't sleep. I've been constantly having these like feelings of excitement for the future for the past year, because because I just want it. I have a drive to do so much more for my success, but I can't because time is a factor. Time is a factor to success. You can't force yourself to be successful in one day. You can try. Some may succeed, but many will fail. But time is a factor that so many people forget about when they want to become successful, and that's where delayed gratification comes in. That's a big thing that I talked about in my video about some of my life and why I decided to do YouTube. Let me just clarify here that delayed gratification is something that so many people lack because they are taught instant gratification in a sense where if you do this, you will get this. I went on a little tangent that I lost my train of thoughts to. So instant gratification, for example, becomes such a normal experience that so many people have that they forget that for actual solid success in whatever you do, you have to remember that it's going to be delayed. Like the gym, you can't instantly be ripped just by doing a push-up, a couple push-ups and sit-ups, abs in 5 minutes video proof. A lot of people stop because they only see a little success, a little progress, or don't see any progress at all. And that's how it is with dreams, with a business, with education, and in some cases with love. But yeah, it was a good day, and I plan to edit my chest and bicep video with Nick. This is gonna be the third video I make, and it's gonna be a good one. Other than that, I've been doing a lot more cardio, an hour of cardio rather than 30 minutes. I like biking. What Sam Select does. I've only seen him do it a couple of times. That seated bike, stationary bike. But I see why he likes it. I like biking. I don't have a bike. Funny story. My bike that I had, that I used to ride with boys and just by myself, I loved it. I mean, I used to ride it all the time. Anyways, one day I was like, you know what? It's getting dirty in the apartment complex. I don't want my mom to continue cleaning up after it. So I put it outside. And the next morning, I should have expected this, but they robbed it and somebody just grabbed it and left. And I was like, damn, I should have expected this. In the future, like within my vision, I'll be able to leave my shit outside without having to worry about somebody stealing it the next morning. That's gonna be a good time. Good time. Another bike story is I had this. I'm sure so many people have this phase of wanting to own a motorcycle, and I was like, shit. I mean, I can't buy one right now, but I can buy this e-bike that goes 25 miles an hour, 20 miles with my weight. But I bought it. First night I got it, I assembled it. Nobody was home, so I went out 1 a.m. Streets clear and ripped it. I mean, I was going down streets just zooming. And it was so fun at the time. I went all the way to a nearby park and then zoomed all the way back. But I had this awesome idea of going back to the sidewalk. So I went zooming through the street. I went flashing through the street 20 miles an hour, and the sidewalk was right here. I didn't stop at all. And there was a sign for the streets that I didn't see. So, and the curb was, it was supposed to be dipped. I thought it was dipped, but I guess it wasn't. And I have bad eyesight on my left eye. So I zoomed 20 miles an hour into a curb, nearly splitting my head open on that sign pole. But I managed to slow down time and move to the right, to the point where I absolutely crushed my left knuckle. I have a little scar here, and I also have a very soft scar on my I think it's my right thigh, because it got split open on the inside of my thigh. This was in 2021, I think. I was working at Red Robin's. It was like a week into the actual job, which was cool. But at the same time, I got hurt. I could not move this finger. I was in severe pain. The bike was bent, and my my cargo pants were split open, and I was bleeding from my thigh, from my left knuckle, and I could see. I thought I saw my bone. But thank God that I didn't break anything or needed stitches, because I just toughed it out. I limped home, had my bike. I was like, oh. I laid on the ground for maybe half a minute to a minute. I don't know how long it was, but I was super dizzy for no reason too. Or I guess it was just because of the shock. I don't know. But I went home. It was like a 20-minute little limp home. And it was so painful just showering, dude. I had some kind of ointment that I put on here in my leg for the next week. But it healed up and whatnot. And I couldn't work because I was a cook. I used to be the cook for a lot of restaurants. I couldn't move my left hand, and I was limping from my right leg. Told my manager, "Yo, I was in pain." I was like, "I can't go to work anymore." And I guess he really thought I was joking around. He was like, "If you don't want to work, just tell me that, dude. Like, I have so many other people that want to work and whatnot," and started to rant about it. It was through text, and I was just like, you know what? I care more about my health than I do coming up and not being able to help anywhere. So I guess that's it. Then he was like trying to apologize. I was like, and I didn't say anything. I just left it open and never went back. Because self-respect, you have to respect yourself. That's something that I didn't acknowledge in the past. Being respectful towards myself. But yeah, cool, funny bike stories. Yeah, and think I might go back home. Fall asleep. I'm just in the parking lot of the apartment complex, and it's kind of creepy here. I mean, no, I'm not gonna say anymore. But it's pretty sketchy. Yeah. May God bless you in any struggles that you might be going through, and keep pursuing your dreams. They will only stay dreams if you don't take action. So take a step forward, um, put aside your fear, replace it with faith. Faith in having that ultimate vision and being helped by the Lord to become your best self and achieve your dream, achieve your goals. Put one foot forward. That's the hardest part. And show up to gain momentum. Thank you for any kind of support through my channel. It's small at the moment, 26 subscribers. I did not think it would be this I didn't think it would grow this fast. 26 individual subscribers. Thank you so much. And again, once we start monetizing and once we start getting some good earnings from it, you know, I'm gonna get most of the earnings and put it into giveaways and raffles and just be able to help the community back out and hopefully be able to help people get inspired and take that first step into doing whatever they need to become the person who they are destined to become. In the terms of destiny, I don't think you have one destiny. You have so many potential destinies that you could put your effort towards, but you have free will. You can choose whatever path you want to take. That's why I left so many jobs to pursue my goal at the time. And this is something I want to create. This is something I want to become. I want to become an inspiration, the kind of man that can be respected, that will be respected, somebody who will help others for their benefit and obviously his benefit as a byproduct of helping others, of helping the community. They will help you back. You know, they might not know it, but they will help you back. It will help you back. God bless you. And take that first step forward. Thank you.